Take a look at this branch. It, like many others, fell off or broke in transport, and workers took time this morning to patch this tree up and make it a little bit more full. That's just one of the many steps that they take to prepare the tree for the holidays. This is one of the 900 vests purchased for the Fort Worth officers, and what makes it different than all the others is that it's the highest level of protection possible. That's to make sure these officers make it home to their families safely. Have you ever wanted to get up close and personal with the animals at the zoo? Well, soon you can. The habitats like the ones you see behind me are changing, and soon zoo upgrades will bring you closer to the animals and more money to the city. On November 7th, a judge is planning on telling residents when they have to leave, but some residents are still planning on being out by the end of the month.
This is CBS 11 News Now.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Darcy Burden. Let's take a quick look at the day's headlines. We have a new view of a chase as it happened yesterday between Mesquite and Dallas. Mesquite police say the driver was in a stolen landscape truck. Dash cam and body cameras caught every moment of it, including when the driver crashed the trailer into the pillar of a tunnel near Fair Park and then began to run. Eventually, police chased him down, used a taser on him, and took him into custody. Police say the truck was stolen from a landscaping company in Southlake. Tomorrow is Veterans Day, and many companies are saying thank you to our service members with some freebies or fundraisers. Veterans and active duty military members can get a free entree at Olive Garden. Chipotle will hand out a free burrito or taco after 3 p.m. Friday. And Baskin-Robbins will donate some of tomorrow's profits to the USO. We have more Veterans Day specials on the homepage of our website, cbsdfw.com. Now, some Fort Worth students got a head start on honoring America's veterans. W.J. Turner Elementary School invited service members to some special ceremonies today. They then took part in the annual parade through the community. The school's principal says it's important for children to learn that freedom comes with a price.
We're teaching our students patriotism, respect, and honor to our military, to our veterans who've given up their lives, some of them, or their time away from their families.
The school has hosted this Veterans Day event for at least 7 years. Ice skating is on the way to Fort Worth. Panther Island Ice returns next Friday, November the 18th, and it's the only outdoor ice skating rink in Fort Worth, and it's at the Coyote Drive-In, just north of downtown Fort Worth. It will remain open through January. Now, thanks for joining us. This CBS 11 News Update. We'll see you right back here in less than an hour.
The giraffe will come down to that level and be able to be fed right off the boardwalk.
The first phase of a 9-year, $100 million expansion has begun. Guests will be able to view hippos in a way they have never seen before, from underwater through glass, and they'll be able to interact with the giraffes above ground. Construction is also in the works to expand and create more space for the growing elephant herds.
Fewer and fewer zoos will be breeding elephants, and it's very expensive to build what needs to be built for elephants, and we are on our 3rd generation, so we don't want to let them go. That's pretty special.
Adjustments are also being made to expand the rhino breeding program.
We've always been able to breed southern black rhino and other critically endangered species. This will give us 5 yards, so we can have multiple females, we can have multiple males, and still have room for the babies when they're born.
With the expansion, the zoo is hoping for a large increase in attendance.
Attendance will probably go through the roof.
Even with the increase in attendance, there will be more space to spread out and feel closer to nature.
And it's nice to have space, quiet space, between exhibits, and the feeling that you are actually out in nature and not just in a animal park. So I mean, to me, it's one of the best zoos in the country, and hopefully after this, it'll be the best.
I'm Darcy Burden, CBS 11 News.
Equine therapy is for anybody with a physical or cognitive disability. It helps them gain physical strength, emotional strength, spiritual strength.
Anna overcomes many challenges in equine therapy that help her tackle her day-to-day life.
Having the horses be a part of it really makes a big difference. I mean, they're a living, breathing thing that doesn't communicate with English. My riders with autism have been probably significantly more successful in the arena than with some of the other disabilities that I've worked with. It just fits right.
I prefer equine therapy because it gets you outside and lets you work with animals, and I like animals.
Compulsive behavior, learning disabilities, high anxiety, and attentiveness are all challenges that can affect the development of a child with autism.
We were lucky that for a girl was caught early, and if caught at all, there's a lot of girls, they just think there's something wrong with them, they're social outcasts, because a lot of girls don't get diagnosed.
Some of the hardest times were before Anna was diagnosed.
You know, there were days when she would go up to her room and she would just cry, just scream, and just say, I don't want to be here. She says, I don't get this world, and I don't want to be in it. I just sat down and cried. And because we, at that point, at 4 or 5 years old, we didn't know there was anything wrong.
With extensive research and Anna's love for horses, they discovered stable strides and haven't looked back since. For ntTV News, I'm Darcy Burden. 'Twas the month and a half before Christmas, and all through Cowtown,
The tree's beautiful.
word had spread that this giant tree from up north had made its way down.
This tree is from Manton, Michigan. It is a 57-foot blue spruce.
It was hoisted upright and set up in the middle of Sundance Square,
It's tall. I like it.
a welcome sight for many, marking the official start of the holiday season.
Christmas spirit, make people want to decorate, the hot chocolate, all the stuff that comes with the holidays.
It is really gorgeous. There's not many holes like a lot of years. I feel like it's kind of taller.
Take a look at this branch. It, like many others, fell off or broke in transport, and workers took time this morning to patch this tree up and make it a little bit more full. That's just one of the many steps that they take to prepare the tree for the holidays.
The rest of today, they'll let it sit so the branches can rest, just kind of like what you do at home.
And if the weather cooperates, cooler temps will soon arrive, making this season of giving and cheer really come alive. Darcy Burden, CBS 11 News. Keeping up with your car's maintenance can be as simple as checking the oil. If your car's oil is clear to gold, like this one, then you're good to go. But if it's brown or black, then you might need to get that checked out. People are packing the polls for early voting, and after Election Day, there are a few potential scenarios that you should know about.